That's it. That's the title. So my wife invites some people. As I invite some people in, she's gonna, help
So
you
you
guys.
guys, oh my goodness. You guys, this is a good topic tonight. This is part 2. We're doing a part 2 of this. But as you come on, let us know where you're watching us from. So if you're watching us from Dallas, Texas, Austin, Georgetown, Rialto, California, San Bernardino, California, Arizona, Chicago, New York. Let us know. Africa, Pakistan, all of our friends. We have some friends that we're gaining in London. So let us
London.
know where you're tuning in from, where you're watching us from. If you happen to come in when Harold and I get off, because we try to hit it and quit it. So if you tune in after we come off, hit hashtag replay.
Yes.
And let us know you're watching us after hours. But hey, you guys, we got some good stuff we about to get into. Why do you, first, let us know if you shared it. Share the video, help us get it out to other couples. And then you guys also get your mate on this. And it doesn't matter if you just got married, if you're about to get married, or you've been married for 34, 55, 60 years. It doesn't matter. You can use this information we're getting ready to talk about tonight. If you're dating and you plan on, trying to see if this person is good for you, this is the night to tune in. So if you got some single friends that want to, make sure that they got some good nuggets, some tools that they can use.
And please join us on our Love and Marriage page.
Yeah.
Join us on the Love and Marriage page because we're trying to transition over to our new channel.
It's not new, actually. We've had it.
Yeah.
We just haven't really utilized it too
Yes.
much. But you guys, we got some good stuff coming up for you guys. We're going to be
Yes.
on there doing our Facebook Live on the page. And we're going to be giving you some information that will really, really help your marriage and your relationship during the week when Harold and Dalonika is busy working on other things.
Right.
So we're still going to keep it coming for you. So you guys, let me tell you, it's, man, y'all, they said couples are struggling. Newlyweds are struggling.
Robin, hold up. Robin, join us on the Love and Marriage page, and we can answer all you guys' questions. West Virginia, thank you. We appreciate you being in the house, but come over to the Love and Marriage page. Look up Love and Marriage with a purpose. Yes. All right. Let's go.
So, you guys, it said newlyweds is having issues.
Really?
People are getting married, and within the first 2 years marriage, they are struggling, having a hard time. So we want to share with you guys some of the top 3, 4 reasons why newlyweds are struggling and what to do to help.
Yeah, and even marriages are struggling.
And yeah, because honestly, to be quite honest, if you didn't get this stuff straight at the beginning, then that means you don't have no tools you can use. So we tolerate each other. We stay with each other because of the kids. We stay with one another because of bills. We stay with one another because we just
Investments
that we have and so forth. So you guys, I'm telling you, we're getting ready to share some good information for couples out there that are just really, really having a hard time. But newlyweds, one of the ways that you create oneness is through conversation. Now that babe gave me his last name, that doesn't mean that I came into the marriage thinking the same. I have my own thoughts, my own personality, my own powwow, like bam. I got my own stuff going on. So therefore, my husband come in and he's like, "What you using that salt for? Seasoning on the fries, And I'm like, I got my own thing. I got some stuff going on. This how I do it. This is how I do it. And he like, that's wrong. But you guys, that's what a lot of couples go through. So as you guys are starting to learn one another and you're starting to bridge, then you got to talk some things out. But don't be so quick to criticize. So guess what, you guys? That's one of the number one problems that relationships have that are new is they go into the relationship, the marriage, criticizing one another, pointing the finger, speaking ill will of each other, putting each other down. You know, you not like my mama. That ain't how my sisters act. You don't act like my daddy. My brothers them don't do that. You know, those are the things that we become very critical. And one way to overcome that is through dialogue.
Yeah,
You got to talk about it.
You got to communicate. Because the only way that we can grow, the way we grow together, we learn together.
Yes.
And so we have to learn what each other like, what our dislikes, how I think. She got to know how I think. I got to know how she thinks. Because if we're in trouble, it can be very critical if we don't know what each other is thinking.
Oh my goodness.
There's been times that we have been able to get out of a certain situation because I already knew what she was thinking. You know, you get that little like, time to go. You know what I'm saying? So we learned these over the years on how to communicate and be on one accord and be on the same mind frame
Yes.
as each other. You know, because even though I gave her my last name, we don't think the same, and so we have to grow in our thinking. Right?
Yes, that's absolutely right. And it takes time, but doing a lot of talking will nurse your marriage. Doing a lot of talking. And sometimes it's good because a lot of times you're building when you get married. So it's good to have a day set aside. Do you have a special day to set aside just to dialogue, you know, truths, you know, one of them truth moments. Like, is there anything I could do different? Is there anything I could do better? How can I help you this week? You know, what do you think that I need to work on? Or did I do anything to make you feel some kind of way? Because, you know, sometimes, y'all, we be feeling some kind of way, and we don't know how to say it. You know what I'm saying? You don't know how to tell your mate, like, I didn't like that, what you did. That felt like it was pushing a boundary. And I got an issue with that, but I don't know how to say it.
Yeah, because you gotta talk.
Yeah.
You gotta talk.
Yeah.
We gotta talk. And one of the things I wanted to share, as far as in our relationship, when we first got together, Babe didn't know I was a person I didn't like to really share my stuff because we never really talked about it. And so we go through the drive-through to order our meal, and I'm asking my wife, I'm like, babe, would you like something to eat? And she was like, I'm good. I said, are you sure? You don't want no lemonade? The true story, you guys. I said, you don't want no lemonade? She was like, no, I'm good. You don't want no fries? No, I'm good. I'm so, are you sure? She said, yes. And so when I got my meal is smelling good. The lemonade is tasting good. And here she go. Can I have a sip? I was looked at her like, how did I do?
Baby. He gave me one of them killer looks. Like, I asked you, did you want something? And you said no. I could have got you your own drink. I was like, okay.
Where this is going?
I just wanted a sip. I didn't want a whole drink. It just was looking good. The way you were slurping on that lemonade, I just wanted a sip. But I found out I learned today. I learned that night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just the way married couples operate until they really learn how to really flow into oneness. We got to learn to flow into oneness. Yeah, I gave her the last name, but we don't think the same. And, you know, we didn't think the same about raising kids, you know.
Oh my goodness.
I thought one way, she thought another way, you know. You know, that's just the way it was, you know. And we had to really, really, really learn about the kids, man. It was hard, you guys. When I tell you it was hard, it was hard. Yeah, I wanted to really like get in them, you know. She was like, oh no, save the kids, save all the kids in the world, you know. No, don't do nothing to them. And we had to learn to have a balance
Yeah.
when it came to disciplining our kids, and we found that balance, after many years, we found a balance on how to raise the kids.
And you know what? And it was difficult, and I do think part of this has to do with what lineup you came in the family.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, so
That is not,
baby's the baby.
that's not, what?
You don't agree? You don't agree?
Go
Babe,
ahead.
okay, Babe was the baby. Babe was like the baby out of 9 girls, only boy in the house. And so, he got a lot of attention, and most of the time he wanted his stuff, like, so when he got a family, and now he like, who ate my cookies? And then the kids be like, Daddy, can we have some? And he's like, no. There's some left over there on the stove. Y'all got y'all stuff. You got pudding in the refrigerator. Why you want to mess with my cookies? So, and I'm the oldest child. So I want to share. So you don't think that has a lot to do with it?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, because
it
Babe
does.
was like, this is my stuff. And he's still like that, but he shares. No, actually, you're not. Actually, you share. My daughter told me he shared his food this weekend at work with a coworker. I mean, he shares now. So therefore, I think now is just that I try to cover you more. I try to understand. I try to be more understanding that Babe is not like me. And I think that's where most couples go wrong, is you always trying to make your partner act like you, think like you, be like you. And that's not the case. Your partner is who they are. Celebrate their differences. It's not a deal breaker.
No, it's not.
It's a defining moment.
Yeah. And so, listen, we're about to get off this live feed, but always remember, when you get married and you take on his last name, or you give her your last name, understand is that you guys are not going to think the same. No. You guys are different, but you can learn and grow to think alike. You can grow to flow. You can.
I like that. You can grow,
you can grow to flow. Yeah. So you can grow to flow, But, and the things that you guys are arguing about is not a deal breaker. It's just communicating and trying to understand people.
Yeah, that's good. That is really, really good. I think you said it. And, we're just, you guys talk. Find a day that you could talk. One day, pick a special day. Just say, and then say, we don't even have to do it long. Now, not attack. There's a difference between attacking one another and talking. So find a moment that you could talk things out. If you feel like one of you guys is feeling some kind of way, try to wait to a different moment where the atmosphere is good for cohesiveness, for you guys to blend. Because I promise you, you'll look back a month later and a lot of critical issues that you're having, you'll iron it out. You'll feel so much better. You'll see each other better. I'm telling you, your love making life will improve.
Wow.
Baby, when that lady's emotions is right, your love making life improve. When she feeling good and he feeling good too, it goes both ways. When you're feeling good, you're more intimate. You're more, everything gets
when
better.
When you feel good, you do good.
You do good. Literally.
Yeah. So, listen, you guys, we thank you for tuning in to the Love and Marriage show here every Sunday night, where we try to share some real life stories and some real time issues.
Yes.
So keep it locked here. Please share this video with people who you may need, who you may think need this video.
Yes.
Because there are people who are struggling and they can't get on one accord. And I really believe, we truly, really believe, we really believe that if you take the time out to communicate with each other, just sit down and ask each other different questions, your life can be so much better. Your life can be,
The home can be better.
The home can be better.
Yeah, you come home to peace.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I come home to peace and I'm so happy. I'm so happy I don't have to come home to chaos and
Craziness.
throwing phones at your head and oh
Crazy.
man,
Crazy.
I am so thankful that God has blessed me with a wife that I can share the rest of my life with.
Oh,
Yeah.
I like. But you guys, you know what? That come through communication. Because I remember early on, you guys watch some of our other videos, and we'll tell you about some of those years, those growing years, and I remember times when my communication was way off. I was still coming from the inner city, and as far as my dialogue, I was still trying to get that lined up right and respectful and peaceful. And it took Harold to talk to me as a man, and that's what he did. And he told me, this is what is good for me, this is what's healthy for me, this is what is not. I can't be with a lady that is explosive and you up and down, in and out. I can't do that. Not for where I'm going. And so that spoke volumes to me as a lady, and I knew a man was talking. And so it was totally different than somebody raising their voice, yelling. Because, sometimes, and I don't know who needs to hear this, but yelling, you got to talk to people the way you want to be talked to. People will tune you out if you start yelling, hollering, throwing grown-up tantrums. And we'll have to talk about that another show. Grown-up tantrums. It don't work.
Tantrum.
Yeah, people will bow down for a minute, just because they want peace. But how long do you think people gonna deal with that? Not long at all. So communication and talking from a place of an adult, a place of maturity, a place of security, and knowing who you are and what you want really blesses the relationship.
Yeah, that's good. That's
Yeah,
good.
causes
Hey,
oneness.
listen, thank you for joining us tonight.
Yes.
Please type replay if you're looking at this on replay, and also share this video.
And go to the page, you
Yeah,
guys. We're trying to get everybody over to the page. We're
yeah,
not
right
going
here,
to be on Harold's
right
Ray
here
McDonald Senior page any longer. We're going to be hosting all of
on
our
this
videos
page.
on Love and Marriage. Who is that? Chelsea came in. Chelsea said, my husband belittles me, and so does his friends and family, and I can't take it anymore. They say it's just a joke. Yeah, Chelsea. I mean, that to me sounds like a time that me and hubby would sit down and talk. And sometimes it's even good to get a mediator, get someone like your pastor or a close, respected person that both you and hubby admire, and see if you guys they could sit down with you guys and talk and have a dialogue.
Because that's not very pleasant,
Yeah.
because it becomes an irritant, and you don't want things to fruster or
Yeah.
fester.
Yeah.
And so you have to deal with that. You have to deal with it quick and let your husband know, honey, this is not cool.
Yeah. No, honey.
It's not cool.
It's not
It's
cool.
not a deal breaker.
Yeah, it's not. It's not.
It's not a deal breaker, because they can truly be looking at it as, oh, we just playing.
We just play,
You
because
know.
a lot of families do that, and that's what we're talking about in oneness, creating oneness and having conversations with one another. Because sometimes there are certain families that they do. There are certain families that are very critical, but they tell you, well, we're just trying to make you better. But they're very critical and very demeaning. Then there's certain families that are very jokey, like what you said about your husband and his friends. They everybody is the butt of the joke, and so sometimes for some of our, yeah, you have to talk and share. That's not okay with me. And then sometimes removing yourself at that moment. But I would definitely get somebody, a third party, involved.
Someone.
Yeah,
Somebody.
that you guys both respect.
Because you don't want it to be one-sided.
Yeah.
You want it to be even, and you want it to always be a balanced person that can come in and do that for you.
No, you're welcome, Chelsea. You're welcome. Yeah, that's not always easy That's not always easy to deal with, but it's not deal breakers. It's defining moments. I love how you said that, babe. But you guys, make sure you tag somebody. We're getting ready to go off.
Yes.
We've enjoyed you. If you have questions, let us know. If you have any questions, if you have any topics, let us know if you have some topics. But you guys, I'm telling you, love can be really good when you come together as a one. Yes. How can two walk together unless you agree? You know, so get some agreement between you guys and be intentional about making your marriage work.
All right. Thank you guys for tuning in to the Love and Marriage show with Harold and Dalonika. We love you guys, and there is nothing you guys can do about it. No.
Absolutely.
We love you.
A lot.
A lot. All right.